Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another live stream. And it's a very special live stream, my friends. Because today, we are celebrating 3,000 subscribers. How fun. And that is right, my friends. Once again, I have returned to you with this live stream. And hopefully, we can all have a nice time together. I will get to the substance and the point of the stream in a little while, but before that, I would like to see everyone in the chat. Let me have a quick look. Oh my. Welcome to Saab Replay, Scent Genie, Fragrance Collector, Moose, Saab Replay again, Germs, Nick N, Genie, Nino Slav, Miss Marianne, Backed Studio, thank you, Karine, welcome. Dushan, Andrej, Paroli, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? Please say hello and thank you very much. I have been eating these things called aniseed balls. And, wow. They're weird. They're weird, you know. They're very unusual. But not to worry. Not to worry. It appears everyone is going live tonight. Apologies to RXL and the other people streaming. Adzadzi, thank you very much. Heretic, thank you. That bottle left of Encre Noir, what is it? Tom Ford's, what's it called? Tom Ford's Noir Anthracite. It's really good, to be fair. So, ooh, that's right, it is Noir Anthracite. Sorry, I am just feng shuiing my my other phone. So while I am doing that, I am being a little distracted. Today is the 16th, and all the Les Indemodables Ouds should be shipping out. They said it was going to be the 16th, didn't they? I don't know, maybe somebody should get in touch and say, oi, where is my perfume? Literally, where is my perfume? Tell me. Oh. So hopefully this will not have any drama in this stream. Hopefully there will be no politics. Hopefully there will be no great vengeance and furious anger. And they're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Leave our duck alone. Yes, they better not be eating the ducks. Not this one, anyway. Stay away. I'm poisonous anyway, me. If you hate me, you'd be in a bad way. Rang up the rheumatologist today and said, do you have the results for my MRI scan I had? And they said, yes. Thank you for asking. Fuck off. No, the secretary said, yes, I have had a letter dictated to me, but I haven't written it up yet. And as such, I cannot tell you what it says. And I was like, what? Can you not just fucking tell us the results? And she was like, well, no. And I was like, I'm missing something very scientific here. I'm starting to feel a bit stupid. So God knows. God knows what happens. We will have to wait and see. I do have a massive pain in my arse, though. Fragrance Collector, you left a comment, which you have now deleted, which said, if I like the brand of Creed, what other brand would I like? Well, it depends which part of Creed you liked. I was talking to someone today, I think it was Houdini, and he was like, have you smelled these new ones, Centaurus and this other one? They're part of a collection that Creed is now calling the Amber Universe. And I said, Creed are dead. That is so far from what Creed started out as that it hurts. It causes me physical pain. Why on earth have they got a line of fragrances? First it was flankers, and I said nothing. Then it was fucking a line of perfumes called the Amber Universe. Creed doing an amber. That's outrageous behavior. Creed is now living off the name. And they're a despicable bunch. Don't buy it, don't smell it, don't think about it, don't look at it. Don't do anything. Okay, that bottle of Bel Arm is going down quite quickly, says Olfactive Studios. Yes, Olfactive Stories, I beg your pardon. Sorry, Kareem. Yes. Yes. This is from Eugene. He sent me a backup. So I have a backup of this when this runs out, for which I am glad. A Lion on Beauty, how are you? You know, Slav says, I started to sell my perfumes and I just left my 50ml decants for usage. When I go through them, maybe I'll start a new collection. That sounds fun, actually. That sounds fun. I can't do that because I've got so many vintage perfumes which you just can't get anymore. Had a bit of a spasm on fucking Saturday night when I was loading my fragrances onto eBay and decided to load I listed the 50ml vintage DHI for 450 quid because I was in a funny mood. I was like, fuck this. So I put it up for 450 quid and someone got in touch and said, do you think that would sell if you put the price down a little bit? And I was like, dude, it's been on sale for about fucking, 12 hours and it's already got 5 watches. You know what I mean? I was like, if you reduce the price a bit. And I was like, this is the weirdest way anybody's ever tried to fucking get us to like lower the price of something. And I was like, he's trying to pretend as if he's doing us a favor here so he can get it cheaper. I thought, this is quite unusual. And he was like, and then I sold it to somebody for a lot cheaper. I woke up the next morning and I was like, somebody had been in touch and they were like, oh dear. They were like, I'm not buying that at that price, which I appreciated a lot more, you know. I appreciated that a lot more, and I eventually came to a like a considerably cheaper price with them. But I anyway, it got sold, and then the guy got back in touch with us, and they were like, "Oh, did it sell?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, all right." You know, maybe if you reduced the price of the Gucci Pour Homme 2, that would sell as well. I was like, fight me. Some absolute dweeb, sorry if it's you, but some dweeb has been in touch with me 3 days out of the last 4 and said, would you sell me that bottle of B by Zoologist for 110? Said no. Well, it's up for 150. Would you sell me the bottle of B for 110? Said no. Oh, right. Came back and he was like, I think it was the next day, and he was like, would you sell me the bottle of B for 130? No. And he was like, oh. And he was like, will it come down in the future? And I was like, are you fucking taking the piss? It's got like the best part of 30 people watching it. So it's been up for like 4 or 5 days. And he was like, oh, right. And then he was like, no problem, then I'll leave you alone. And then today, he came back and said, I got paid today. I can pay £135 now. I was like, no. I just said no. Just straight up no. Not even being nice to the cunt. Fuck off. He's going to get a fuck off next time. If he comes back not taking the piss. In fact, I'm thinking of putting the price up. You know what I mean? Twat. But there we are. Congrats, Rich. I am fuming. Must go to work. I will watch the stream tomorrow. Have fun, friends. Thank you, Dropout. Oh, somebody asked us to tell them what the fucking batch code of Fahrenheit Parfum was. Excuse me. I've completely forgot that. Nino Slav has just reminded us. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Where is it? Tester. 7T01. 7T01. I need to just text this person back immediately. Excuse me. Where is it? Selling. Active. They've changed the layout again, the absolute bastards. Where is it? There it is. One person has this in their basket. It's not me. So I have to go to messages now. Where are my messages? There they are. Hello. I will read you the interaction with that person. People are so strange. People are so strange. My God. This wasn't even that long ago. Fahrenheit. There it is. 7T01. T01. Sorry, I forgot. There we go. Nick, FBT, I'm not talking about you. You are good people. You did nothing wrong and I forgot. Sorry, I need to catch up with the chat and then we might read this outrageous fucking interaction that we've been having. The humans are fucking mental, like. The humans of late capitalism. Wild. Oh, legend. 2017. That's right. But thanks to Ninoslav for reminding us. Ricardo Neves says, side note, anyone running iOS 18 on the 13 Pro Max? That is a very, very, very side note, that. No politics, they're eating the cats. Buonasera a tutti. You're wearing Bleu de Dieu. Creed is way too expensive for what it is. Absolutely spot on. Put the prices right up. Put the quality right down. Try to make as much money as they can based on Aventus. Congrats on 3K. Thank you, Ryan. Welcome, Pradeep. Welcome, Jordan Albro. I've kind of got used to Aventus Absolute. It's good, says Nino Slav. It's got a lot of interest. I just told someone to be as quick as possible. I don't know why he wasn't being an arsehole with me. I don't know why I've done that to him. Like I said, I'm feeling weird. Sorry about that. Tried the new Creed Centaurus because someone compared it to Gucci Porom 2, but it's nothing like that. I didn't like the new Creed. Yeah, Houdini and me were talking about it earlier. He was fucking enraged by the new YSL myself. I was like, when was the last time you went sniffing? That's outrageous behaviour. Congratulations, Rich. Thank you, Antonio. Fragrance Frenzy. 450 fuck togs, not quids, says Nino Slav. Maybe that's why your lower back is aching. It absolutely is as well. My dream is to find Dior Homme from, I don't know, 2006 for a decent price. Yeah, that is a dream, to be fair. You'd have to find someone who didn't know what they had. Reverse psychology occasionally works. Not on me. That reverse psychology kind of makes me want to dig my heels in and act even more the bastard than I actually am, which is a considerable feat. You know what I mean? If I feel like I'm being patronized, I'm liable to put the price up on people when it comes in this instance. I don't care if I'm cutting off my nose to spite my face. Fuck me nose. I would have ignored them completely. Yeah, but they'd come back and be like, "Hi, did you get my message?" And I'd be like, "Yes. I am both happy and sad to report that I did get your message. Happy because it came. Sad because I read it. You are a bell end. Leave me the fuck alone. Stop talking shit. Look at all the fragrances in the background. Does it sound or look like I don't know what I'm talking about?" Someone was trying to tell me the other day, they were like, somebody was trying, I think it was the same person with the DHI. They were like, "Oh, I bought my 50 mil vintage Dior Homme Intense, like the silver collar, the original one." He was like, "I bought my 50 mil for £175 3 years ago." I was like, you might as well have told us that your mortgage has gone up from 3 years ago. What are you talking about? Shut up. Silly bloke. Absolute lunacy. What on earth was that shizzle you just said to me? Nobody knows better than me what vintage perfume prices have done over the last 3 years. You are trying to teach your granny to suck eggs. This is outrageous. How dare you? It was an all. I swear to Christ, I would never say this to be fair, but it was one of those where I could have gone, "Do you know who I am?" Do you know what I mean? I was like, not only do I know how much vintage perfume prices have gone up over the last 3 years, and how the price of everything has gone up over the last 3 years, but some might say I am one of the main reasons vintage perfume prices have gone up over the last 3 years. I have been accused of that many, many times, both as a joke and deadly serious. I have had many communications of many people saying, would you stop hyping that shit up? How many times have you seen somebody jokingly say in the chat, quickly buy this perfume Rich just talked about before the prices go through the roof? It's my fault, in part. Absolutely insane. This person was trying to teach me about how perfume prices were 3 years ago. You may as well have told me that the fucking gas prices have gone up. Your mortgage has gone up. Your food bills have gone up. That's an outrageous statement. The very cheek of it. I can't remember what I said. I might have blanked it out like. Anyway, I like when people lowball you, and when you reject the offer, they make sure to tell you they're going somewhere else for a better price. It's like, yes, fuck off quickly and don't come back. Get out of my vicinity, you evil man. And it is almost exclusively men. Yeah, your bloke told me straight up, I'm not a boutique even though I put a sealed bottle on sale. Genius. I mean, James, honestly, some people on eBay, it puts me off. They're outrageous. Also, I learned a trick, you know? I learned a trick, which I will tell you. Anyone interested in a Dries Van Noten for £360? Bargain. Are you selling a Dries Van Noten for £360? Do you want to sell it to me for cost? So I can sell it at a profit instead. I hate it, like, sell away. Make as much money as you want. Unless it's to someone unless it's to a fellow fragrance fanatic. So the guy who eventually bought me and him had a good conversation, and he was like, all I need is the Dior Homme Intense that you've got and the Dior Homme Cologne that I've already bought off you. And I was like, oh, he's a collector. And he was like, I can't pay 450 quid. He was like, I'll just wait and see if I can get a sealed bottle. I was like, mate, you've got no chance. He was like, I know. I was like, honestly, I explained it to him. I was like, last night, and I was in a bad mood. Don't get us wrong. If some nutter had come along and bought it for 450 quid, I'd have been like, woof. I might have even refunded them some. But I was like, no, we'll come to terms. You know what I mean? Like, and I give him a substantial, and I mean, like, it was under 300 quid. Well under 300 quid when he eventually got our offers. And he also told us that if you list perfumes under second-hand clothes on eBay, you don't have to pay any fees. You don't have to pay any fees. So he was like, if you list that, right, since you've given us such an outrageous discount, if you list that under second-hand clothes, I'll buy it off you and you'll get all the money. I was like, get the fuck out of here. And I did, and that's what happened. Outrageous. So that's what happens if you try and work together and get the best deal. And I think he's going to be a subscriber now, and so if he reaches out, we can talk away. And if he trusts us then, and I trust him, and you know what I mean? That's how it's done. That's, you know what I'm saying? Try and build lasting relationships. And he's a fragrance collector, clearly. He wanted those two. He's finished his Dior Homme collection. He's got the original Dior Homme Sport and the Silver Stem, the Eau de Toilette. So I'm very, very happy for him. I could not stand the original Dior Homme Sport. I'm sorry. I think it was Stephen Tampton that sent us some vial. It was. Whoa. 3,000 ductable. Congratulations, Rich. I think I was an under 50 sub. Can't remember. Yes, Mike V told us he was subscriber number 12. You know? I know, right, James? A lot of time I go to put something on there and I think, nah, you're all right. I'm here, so calm down, everyone. Yes, that's right. Sam Toronto has arrived, so it's okay now. I can stop shouting. Bubba saw the Columbia River Gorge yesterday and thought of you. Quite. Sounds sexual. Creed is being ruined right now. Their whole image was around high quality, fresh gentleman sense. Whoever is in charge should be fired. Totally agree. They're not Creed anymore. They are just another one of those brands. You know? It's like Amma Wash starts making only ozonic freshies. Yes. Yes. I sound great, James. Multoma Falls and Steelheads. I'm yet to buy my first Creed. I think the ship has sailed. Like, unless you want to buy my Silver Mountain Water, my vintage one, under £300. I think it's from 2007 or 2002, one of them. And I'm the same with reverse psychology. I know what they're doing and I get my back up. Yes, just pisses us off. It's like stop patronizes. I got a bottle of a certain fragrance that this crowd doesn't like, but I adore. Grew on me over time. Well, what was it? Tell us. It's okay if people don't like it, as long as you like it and it's your money. Crack on. Divine is here. He knows all about it. He buys what he likes. You know what I mean? It's the best thing to do. Just buy what you like with your money. You know? Ventus Cologne is my only Creed. I really like it in the heat. Overpriced, but I dig it. As long as you like it, it's fine. I sold my Aventi. Excuse me. I wish more people would show the other fragrances in the background. Makes me feel more secure in my purchases, Antonio. You and I have a lot to answer for. You're not kidding. This is Rich Mitch's say my name moment. I am behind. Right, for my fragrances, all the decluttered shit is finally gone. Welcome, Fragrance Journey. Thank you. That's very kind. Space that says, I am officially a collector of a certain brand, but only that brand. I don't buy a bottle of anything else. Interesting. Which is it? I'm working, just popping in to say a massive congratulations. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, dearest. To be fair, we do wear fragrances with basically clothes. Well, that's what I thought. You know what I mean? He could be going to be putting it on a chain, you know. You could put it on a chain, wear it around his neck. You could put it as like a belt buckle, you know. Well, he says I was subscriber 3000. Subscriber 3000 sounds like a music artist, doesn't it? And then 4'9" Lily comes out and starts playing on the decks. I have the two new Creeds in a 0.6 sample on my table. Eesh. What do you think? That's a small sample. I bet it's in a dabber as well. Oh, the horrible people. Oh. Welcome, Roman. Hello, what do you think about Coeur de Jean's La Homme à la Rose? Do you have favourites from the house? Oud Satin Mood I really like, actually. Not Grand Soir, that's shite. What else? What is it? It's Absolute Paul Soir. That's the one I've got. That's really good. Can't believe he was capable of that when you smell what he's put out recently. You can't get into Creed anymore. Only worth buying vintage Royal Oud and vintage Aventus, says Divine. I agree, actually. There's no way in. I don't know what original Vetiver's still like. But I'm so fucking chuffed I found a backup with Royal Oud. I'm so pleased. So I can spray that now and be happy. Do you know what I mean? I'm really chuffed. But I agree with you. You've got to go vintage with Creed now because the Creeds are woof. They're bad. What are your thoughts on Tom Ford's Moss Brech? Ever smelled it? I want to say I've smelled it, but I've never owned it. And it's nice, but I have many other fragrances that do exactly the same thing at a fraction of the price. If you're a Tom Ford collector, it's kind of a must. Excuse me whilst I hydrate, I beg your pardon. Sell me a backup Royal Oud for free. No. Silver Panther, welcome. It's celebration. Please remember where you came from when the chat is scrolling too quickly as you stand in front of your cabinet of 3,000 fragrances reviewing the newest YSL Myself Parfum Extrait. Sounded like I was beatboxing there. It's so bad. Myself is so poor. It's so poor. Oh no. Or I don't buy what I don't like. I lost that auction. I didn't realise a guy outbid me. I was buying going up to 350, I'd say. That interaction can only come from someone who's deep in the frag game. Hats off to your mental fortitude and tenacity. Thank you, John. Thank you. We have to... The guy with the DHI, I'm pleased it's gone to a good home of a good collector, someone who has got the rest. I'm going to ask him for a picture. I'm gonna ask him for a picture of all of the fragrances he's got. You know what I mean, laid out. Of the Dior Homme line, I want to see the family portrait. You know what I mean. Then if I ever want to sell any of the other ones that I've got, well, I haven't got anything else he wants now. But you know. They'll go to a good home. To some people, it smells like pickle juice. To me, it smells like a brand new empty house with wooden floors, that fragrance. Which one? What are you talking about? Spaced Out's being very mysterious. I'm not 4'9". 4'8". I beg your pardon. Do you qualify as a dwarf? Are you a little person? Wee Lily? Are you Wee Lily? Nah, it's 0.6 mil sprays. You're like, how many sprays do you get out of that? Like 6? 5? Polish boutique called Quality for any EU folk looking to get samples of new releases or Roger Clive Christian for cheap since it's all 0.6 mil. Shipping is good rate too. No, that's good. I haven't sprayed. Do you know what would be quite interesting? If you could buy different size samples. You know? That would be good. I haven't sprayed the 2 new Creeds, by the way. I was working on 5 Matcha Premier Extracts, and those were embarrassing. There's literally no changes. It's a bad brand. It's a bad brand. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good brand. I like the Rose one, but there's so many... The Rose one's nice, but nice. You know, not nice as in shit. It's nice as in nice. I'm very sorry about me coughing and me spluttering. It's good, it's nice, the Rose one, but the rest of them are so poor. Ensan Suave, no, that's a lie. Ensan Suave's okay, but again, there are much better incense perfumes out there that are like just better, you know, and for less money as well. You like Oud Satin Mood? Ew, I do actually. I've got the Extrait, which I bought of Peter, who was in here before. Scent of the day is Balda Fleek, at work patient dying on me, and here I am celebrating with you fine folks. Poor patient. It happens to everyone, at least once. You know, some people it happens to more than once. Ciao, peeps. How about Rouge Eau de Cologne, are we? Ooh, nice. I like Lumiere Noir Parfum, but I think it's discontinued now. It is. I've got the Lumiere Noir for men, and I really like it. I actually think that's a really good grown up going out fragrance. You know? Congratulations. Thank you, Corey. I have Satin Extra. I should sell it. It's sickeningly strong. It's incredibly potent. Only wear that stuff in cold winter days. Hello, Rich. Welcome, Scott Bear. Made a burrito for lunch. Digging in for this live, says Scott. How about Bond number 9, Andy Warhol? Not for me, although the bottle was cool as fuck. I like the bottle with the face on. It was one of those Fragcom darlings from years ago. You know? It was a long, long time ago. I can still remember. Only new Creed event is Quality I like, but the rest of the fragrances from the house are pretty good, but not too good. I got to get the old vintage ones, says Fragrance Collector. Yes. Welcome, Alan French Fry. Hi, Rich Mitch. Archie sent me here. Thank you, Archie. Welcome, Alan French Fry. I hope you like perfumes. and my strange voice. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I wish I had a backup of Bond, Warhol, Plum Japonese, also rare now, says Frank. Yes, it is. Rich wanting to see his baby has gone to a good home. That's right. I know what it's like buying rare and discontinued and vintage fragrances and people being absolute dickheads about it because, like, you can't... Like, that's what I said to somebody the other day. They were like, you've got to compete with the market. You've got to, like, if you want to sell it, you've got to keep it under, like, everybody else's prices. I was like, mate, the prices only ever go up because the dwindling supply. And he never got back to us after that. You know what I mean? You just, like, what you going on about, man? Stop it. I felt rather patronised, I must admit. It might be a bad idea to ask a stranger for a family portrait, says James. I'm going to put together a vintage Halston care package for the duck, says Frank. Halston Z14 Limited, 1 to 12. Ram has the uber rare Halston 101. You will then have the Halston Extravaganza. 34 is Boulevard Saint-Germain. Beautiful. Might be a bad idea. Hello all, welcome Panda. Sent the day's 2007 bottle of Armani Code, starting my week of vintage 2000s designer stuff. That's quite cool. I like doing a themed week, Good looking on the subs. Thank you, Risk Designs. Sent the day's M7 Oud. Amazing. Yes, it is amazing. I've got it up there. It's fantastic and doing really well. Which one is better in your opinion? Oud Wood or Oud for Greatness? Oud for Greatness is appalling, so it will be Oud Wood. Anyone have the Rich Mish famous Discord link they can drop? I want to join the gang. Yes, I do. Please hold. Let's invite. Let's copy the link. Let's put it in the motherfucking chat. So if you want to join the Discord, there it is. Oud Wood, hello Pat Lester. Saw your Dio Home Intense review. I'd rather wear the EDT as well. Yes. 4'10" and under is considered little people. Not all people who are 4'10" have dwarfism though. Well, you're both, So there we are. Little Lily. I'm not wearing a scent of the night. Smelling some essential oils my friend passed on. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your friend. 3K subs, welcome Eugene. Thank you. It's been a long time. It's taken about a year to get that last 1,000 subscribers. The algorithm is against us, friends. They hate us all. Hi, Jeannie. The samples arrived here in California. Brilliant work. Love Bellarm. The one that surprised was the Deliric Skis, says Scott Bear. Do you have a Fraganica profile with your full collection, says Aaron? Yes, I've got that as well. I have a Parfumo page. It's Rich Mitch. That's true as well. Wait, I hate it when I miss the beginning, says Dick Curry. Duck Curry? Don't have a duck curry. Good grief. Anybody saying it's Oud Wood is a muppet Oud for Greatness. Smokes Oud Wood like a light pack, says Divine. He's not happy. He is not happy. End of summer basil harvest today. Pesto time and free decants for subscribers, says Trepler. Ooh. Rich, do you have any other websites that sell vintage bottled cologne besides eBay? Yes, there are many. eBay is one of them. Congrats, Rich. Thanks, that charming man. You are wearing Valeur d'Orient. I'm no dwarf, says Lily. Small Lily. Very small for someone who's not a dwarf. No, they didn't die, Rich. Oh, they were part used and they gave them to me. All right. I'm dipping into my Balmain sample set. Here we go. First up, Rouge. Tim Wilcox is going to do a live first impressions for us. Lily may be a dwarf, but she's an intellectual behemoth. I've heard her being called a behemoth before. She wasn't happy. She crushed the person who said that. She was enraged by it. You wouldn't like her when she's angry. She turns green. What is my Fragrantica page with my entire collection? My scent of the day, friends, was Vintage Egoist. Vintage Egoist. I will post my Fragrantica page for you all if you want to see it. But don't expect me to reply to messages on there because the notification system on Fragrantica is absolutely dire. It is diabolical, it is. Good grief. Calling a woman a behemoth makes me think of the running joke about how women say Lizzo is hot, but when somebody asks a woman, says a woman looks like Lizzo, it's offensive. Yes. Spot on. Absolutely nailed it. I put her eyesight Red Ball Man as Batman, and I thought, oh, really? What would Batman want? I can't remember the last time we made Rich giggle. Yes, that was fantastic. I enjoyed that greatly. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to remember that. I'm gonna cling on to it, and the next time I hear that in the wild, I'm gonna say, "Oh yeah, you look like Lizzo," you know. Give them a bit of a wink, you know. Jesus Christ. I'll have to make sure the car's running when I say that. Aaron Thompson says, yes, but granted, messaging is really, really bad. It's really, really poor. Rich, will Paddock get a wider release? The people with FOMO need to know. I've got FOMO for a fucking, for a backup bottle. I desperately want one. Praying that they bring in a bottle of Paddock to a wider release, you know? Fantastic perfume. I love that shit. Fragrantica servers can't cope. It's not a really well-run website, if we're honest. It's a fucking nightmare to use on your mobile, you know? Got my nose on Frederick Malhope and Tom Ford Black Lager. Good to know my wallet is safe from those two. No thanks, says Panda. I actually quite like Black Lager, but I'm not in a rush to buy it. I think Acro Ink is it's the same. It's essentially the same. Let's not take the piss. It's essentially the same perfume. Well, Batman definitely doesn't wear rouge. Note to self, don't test on skin. What's it like? What's it smell like? Oh, I'll tell you what. Black Lacquer reminds me a bit of this. It's got that smokiness, you know, that blackness. And today, this is my scent of the day, my Vintage Agoist. Vintage Agoist. Fantastic. You cannot knock it. This is one of the best perfumes I own, full stop this. I love it. Hope was so redundant. Promise, sadly. Yeah, Promise. You just buy Promise. It's like a third of the price and just as good. It just hasn't got the Olibanum note. It's exactly the same perfume. It's like a flanker of Promise. It's a flanker of Promise just with an Olibanum note. Monodiorio Queer was far better than Black Lacquer to my nose. Oh, God, yes, it is far better. Yeah, it's definitely much better. It's an incredible perfume. It's, like I say, it's one of the best perfumes I own, I feel. And imagine Batman wearing black by Comme des Garçons. You smell it, but it's too late because he's right behind you. Look out, it's Batman. Welcome, Juan. Thank you. Congratulations, brother. Another C. Yes. Thank you very much. You are very kind. We have another 1,000. We have 3,000 peeps. Amazing. I wish Chanel would make an oud scent. I wonder what an oud scent by Chanel would smell like. It would be interesting if they used a very high quality oud, but they probably won't make one ever. I don't think they'll ever make one. I don't think they'll ever make one. They're vertically integrated, you know, and they are a big brand that makes a lot of perfumes, and it's very hard to use a natural oud. A natural oud, right, that can be spread that thin because you need a fucking shit ton of material, you know, a huge amount of material. So I can't see Chanel doing one either because they don't follow trends. They kind of just it's an anti-Chanel. Oud is like so anti-Chanel. It's unbelievable. Le Leon was their gambit for the Middle East. I'm currently trying to land Aqua Allegoria and Nicia Bella off eBay. Anyone smelled this before? No, I've never heard of that. That sounds amazing. Monodiorio Vanille was sent to me by Drakdog a decade back, and that still haunts me. I need to track that down. The vanilla. Excuse me. Where are we? A Chanel Oud, I guess, would be aldehydic. So it would end up being something like Guerlain's Oud Cole. Don't think it's likely, though. I just don't see Chanel. Chanel are just not interested in that at all. Spread that congratulations, brother, 3,000 subs. And you have strong stream numbers. Imagine when you get double the subs. Imagine how many people will be watching your streams. Frightening. Scary. When I was talking about, what was I talking about? It wasn't Lucaturin, it was a different scandalous thing that was happening. It was the robes. When I was doing the robes stream, when I was talking about like what robes said last week, I got 135 people watching. I was like, what? What? This is madness. So I was going to get a nosebleed. Juan says, by the way, the new Chanel Allure is probably my new signature scent. Outrageous. You live somewhere with heat, though, don't you? You live somewhere like with warmth. So there's none of that where I live. I think it smells like a bergamusk. You know, you need to be careful as well, though, because it is a very limited edition. I don't think it's going to be sticking around. So if you really, really like it that much, you may wish to back it up. Yes, seconded Comme des Garçons Black is pretty great. Got to get that one out tonight, says Scott. Aaron says, it's such a shame. That stuff is really expensive. Imagine something with Kinam in it. That Kinam would be the oud that Chanel would use if they were going to do it, but they definitely won't. I can't see them doing it. Comme des Garçons Play Black is also supposed to be really nice tea. Love the Play green. Paddock and Paprika Brazil are the Hermes Essence I am into recently. Spicy. Oh, you like the Paddock now, do you? Paprika Brazil is really nice, to be fair. I really like that. It starts off paprika, but it turns into an iris. Rich, how does that Monodiorio Queer perform on you? Because I've struggled so far with the overall smell just from the sample I've had. It's brilliant on me. The performance is massive. Massive. All day. Project. All day. Pradeep, will they re-release What's the Word on the Paris Street? Pradeep has his word, his ear to the ground. Pradeep. I was impressed with the creativity, and I was impressed with how different it is from everything else that's out there, but it's not something I would wear. And like that's kind of like one of my new criteria for perfumes. I've got sitting on loads of perfumes that I think are really nice smells, but I would never wear them. And I'm like, why have I got these? You know? Sell them to someone who will wear them. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Hey, good smelling people. Welcome, Jose. Saint that is Les Compans Woman. Anyone heard of this one? Not me. I can't get away. Oh, wait. One says, man, I can't go one day without hearing that idiot's name. Robes always gets on my last nerves. Are you not a fan, I take it? Balmain Rouge is floral, syrupy, weirdly rubbery and woody of that kind. Not nice. I can see them using Indo Oud. There's no animalics, just Cola Tonka vibe. What? I'm buying 3 right now. This is not likely, I think, based on previous releases. I got me a really good Gucci Envy clone. Centre de Fomo Parfums Envy. I am actually selling a Gucci Envy for men bottle at the minute. Sold the sealed one. Now I'm selling the bottle that I'd used a few times, so I'm letting it go. What the hell? I always like Paddock, says Prodigy. Oh. Divine says, 1. Robes is irrelevant when he ain't making PR content. It's literally an old man yelling at a cloud. Drop the unsub and save your nerves. Kudabang says, hey Rich, what do you think about the new Andy Tower Herod release? Well, I do have thoughts. I like the sound of it, and I'm going to sample it from Les Senteurs, but, big but, and I cannot lie, I am enjoying the idea of it, but I'm not enjoying what he said about the Cocoa Absolute. Oh, sometimes this won't be available because the fragrance, the Absolute isn't available every year. So buy now to save disappointment, essentially, is what he said, but didn't say, but might as well have. You know what I mean? He's playing on the FOMO thing. He did it with Nexon by making it 1,000 bottles, of which I have 3. And which I really like Nexon, actually, I do. But he was like, I don't know. Is that the beetroot one, James? Divine, all of it is not genuine. He's just like the rest. Janine, yes, have you tried it? Somebody find a single malt for me. This shit is a meme. More great Comme des Garçons, Kyoto, and 2 Man. Love both. I have Incense Avignon, which was very kindly gifted to me by Spy and Mash, and I love it. Okay, what's the price? I need the what? I just put Comme des Garçons white, soapy and dirty, says Sant Genie. I need to go and dehydrate, lest I will make an absolute scene. So I'll be back, friends. Please hold. Please hold. Oh, this line. Welcome. I have returned to you, thank God. I missed you so much when I was away. Let's have a look what the stream is saying. What do you say, stream? I like Zagorsk more than Kyoto. Interesting. I need the fat boy discount on that Envy. It is £135. That is what I am charging for my almost full bottle. But I can't ship to the United States, mate. In fact, I can't ship anywhere except Britain. And even some parts of Britain I can't ship to. Which is a monstrous thing. Come to Garçon Hinoki has been on my list for years, says Pradeep. Come to Garçon are difficult to sample, says Julie. I was a sample of Towers Desert Maracan yesterday, and now I'm on the fence whether to get a bottle or not. It's fantastic. With tracking down Hinoki is just as meditative and serene as everyone describes. Quacks, says Eugene. Ginny, have you tried Play Green? Fantastic grassy mint frag. Very abstract, says Joe. Triplet. Remind me of that. Send me an email about that, please, mate. I've Comme des Garçons Barrel Williams as Girl on the way. Total blind, I'm afraid, but it comes with a 10ml sample. So, yes, it's really good. Smells a bit like Fahrenheit. This is an impressive dehydration, says Dick. I haven't tried 3,000 subs. Thanks, Daman. Comme des Garçons Girl feels like an Encre Noir Extreme from me, the leak doing better longevity. Rich loves a mint. It's like catnip to a duck nip. What's up, Juan? Have you sent out the auction stuff, says Corey. Yeah, Tripler, they're on the same wavelength with that. The Labo's new fragrance is supposedly a riff on their Hinoki shower gel. The dehydration to end all dehydrations. Comme des Garçons Copper is a wild one. Green galbanum that morphs into an amber tobacco. Weird and beautiful. Tim, if you like For Him by Narciso, you like Girl. I love it, says James. Should sell M7, mate, says Ryan. No. You lucky I haven't smelled Tower. I guarantee I would be shitting on it, says Define. Just by Lair de Desert Maracan, you'll love it, says Tim. Comme des Garçons Garage is wacky, says Pradeep. Some of that stuff is really wacky. The Labo's Hinoki shower gel is fantastic, says Ryan. Interesting. Oh, Mona Diorio's queer. £375 shower gel, says Jordan. That is absolutely batshit, like. Have you tried Stefano Ricci? No, I haven't. Some have asked me to smell Marrakech Intense from Aesop. You would like the Aesop line. I kind of think you would like a couple of things in there. They've got some good fragrances, to be fair. That's the epitome of decadence. Yes, it is. Absolutely decadent as fuck. Silly, really, but... I mean, that is silly for a shower gel. And probably not very good for your skin either, you know what I mean? Possibly. I'm not a dermatologist, but... It's... I mean, you get really good skin with... you get really good skin with Nivea. Just use Nivea, you know. Really good skincare stuff. Buying all this Chanel crap and fucking Le Labo, fucking all of them, you know. They're all doing it because they're scented, you know. It's all because it's scented. And that's what you're paying for, if you're being honest. Rich needs some Hinoki hair gel. I'm not sure that would be a good use of my resources, you know. Yeah, I suppose I could, like, you know, I use it on my arms and my beard. There's Le Labo do nice skin products, but their fragrances are terrible. Cedra 32 is Dior Homme Cologne at 3 times the price. Shite. Yes, their fragrances are dross. Anybody who fucking walks around flexing that they're wearing fucking, and I mean flexing as well. I don't mean people who enjoy them. I mean people who flex them. You know the type. The ones who are like, more, yeah, I am wearing Le Labo. Oh, it's like, no, it's shite, mate. Brands like Tom Ford don't do testers. This is Aaron. They do testers. White caps have a going price now of 800 to 1 re-amouage. They do what? Testers of what? What do you think of the white cap bottles of Jubilation 25? I saw a few on eBay, but they are testers. Does Amouage do testers? According to the perfume guy, or I think his name's Sebastian, he said some brands like Tom Ford don't do testers. Tom Ford do testers. Amouage do testers. Absolutely. What do you think those bottles on the Tom Ford counter are? They're testers. I use olive oil, bar soap only, cheap and cheerful. Stupidly paid 85 quid for Creed shower gel. Good Lord. Oh, that is absolutely painful. Yeah, White Cap Jubilation is going to be 4 figures, says Jordan Albro. Yeah. Blech. I ain't paying that. C cents sell all Tom Ford testers, says Ryan. Yep. Pradeep, I liked L and Indigo Smoke, but I haven't bought any full bottles yet. Fragrance Collector says, what are your top 3 fall winter fragrances for this year? Well, if you are still around in spring, you will see, because I will do a top 10 most worn autumn and winter 23-24 video where I will tell you factually. I will do a top 10 list based on facts and not some mythical fucking preposterous hypothetical such as top 10 fragrances to wear to your wife's best friend's mother's funeral. You know? I will tell you exactly what I wore. I've got all of these fragrances. Any of them could be in the top 3. Any of those fragrances could be in the top 3. Of which ones? I suspect Vanille Havan Oud or Vanille Havan will be in there. I suspect Balenciaga Pour Homme will be absolutely in there. Maybe Tabac Rouge will be in there. So it's like, it could be anything, mate, to be honest. Yes, I love your videos. Glad I found you. Just a couple of months ago, I got away from the shills. Well, I'm glad you are here as well. Thank God we have found each other. Please stay with us. Tell me what you will be wearing this autumn and winter. I'm intrigued to know. How do you think I discovered all these fragrances in front of me? They weren't just given to me. They weren't just presented to us and somebody said, I think you'll like this. I had to talk to people and find out, and stuff was suggested to us, and people told us to stay away from some things, and I had to smell them and sample them. All that kind of thing. It's all about talking to people. Word of mouth is definitely the best way. Still, even in the internet age, 'twas ever thus. 'Twas ever thus. You can't see us, but I'm not banging my finger off the table, but I'm almost banging my finger off the table. It's definitely the best way forward, man. Word of mouth, talking to people, finding out people who have similar tastes to you and have different tastes to you, you know? Eugene's got a very different taste to me, but I've learned a lot about how to look at fragrances by talking to him. you know, and you get a different point of view. He'll smell something completely different in the same fragrance to me, and I'll be like, oh my God. And then you can't unsmell it. It's brilliant. It's amazing. It's absolutely incredible. I love it. Pardon me. Congrats on 3K. Thank you, Cent of the Day. 100K before the year's out. Let's go. Only if I start buying subs, which I'm not going to. I'm pulling some strings for a Poodox backup. Get me one. Do not be pulling strings without pulling a string or two for me. Don't do that. Probably understandable. I never care to read the stories. I just smell them, says James. Shill's driving punters to the duck den. Happy days, says Tripler. We are the way and the light, friends. There are good channels out there. There are good channels out there. You just have to sift through a lot of shit. And we all have to do that. It's not something that any of us are exempt from to find, but it's worth it when you find the other channels. You know, the Ramses, the Eugenes, you know, the good peoples. There are many others, of course, Pradeep and many more people who I can't even think off the top of my head. Chill, Pradeep, understandable. I never care to read the stories. I just smell them. Aaron, the original Jubilation is wonderful, but if you can find one made in Oman with a magnetic cap, it's quite decent for a fifth of the price or less. Top 10s and Tata thumbnails, you can do it. What are Tata thumbnails? What is that? Have you done a full collection run through, and would you in the future when you hit 5 or 10K, maybe 10K, maybe, but if you go to my my spring and summer to autumn winter rotation video, you will see nearly all of my collection anyway, because I take everything out from spring and summer and I put everything in from autumn and winter. So that's the bulk of my collection. Eugene, if you were a steak, you'd be frag you. But we both love steak. We do love steak. We agree on the important stuff. Welcome, Nata Dida. How are you? Congratulations on 3K subbies, Rich. Thank you. How are you? I hope you are well. What is going on? The lovely Nata Dida. Very pretty. I've learned more in I've learned more in Rich's live streams than about 3 years of watching fragrance YouTube. When I think about who I started watching here, cringe, says Scott Bear. Thank you, Scott Bear. We all learn from each other. That's the thing. There is many. You've got to remember, there's loads of people interacting on the channel, and the best thing to do is to talk to people. You know. Because someone will know something. It's very rarely these days that you get somebody come up and say, oh, have you smelled X fragrance from Y brand? And everyone's just like, pfft. And then there's like a bit of rustling amongst the cattle. You know, we all get a bit like, you know, and we start looking at each other, and then you hear like it starts to like turn into a stampede as everybody like runs towards it to see what it is. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Johnny Toblerone, good name. Congrats on 3K. Did anyone send you a free bottle to celebrate? No, and I wouldn't have it. But thank you. Red should do a top 10 bargain rack store fragrances, says Germs. I don't think we have rack stores in this country. Has anyone tried Bois Mystique Hubie? It's actually in the same vein as Creed Royal Oud, says Scott. Lily would be interested to hear that. Congrats on 3K, Rich. Hello, everyone. Scent of the day is Le Lion. Cheers. Thank you, Dial Quelia. Doing my best. Thank you, Rich. Thank you. Congrats, Rich. Inspired by your video today, my scent of the day is Dior Homme 2011. Fantastic. Fantastic stuff, says Tim to DL Qualia. I'm not a fan of the Leon, if I'm being honest, as we all know. Pradeep says, come on, bring on Oderica. Get those subs and PR packages. No. Somebody left a message on my video. Either my fragrance rotation or my Joram Intense comparison video, and they said, congratulations on 3,000 subscribers, done the real way. And I was like, thanks. That's very kind. Any plans on doing a live stream with Dura Rose or any other guests? Well, I would like to get Fliss on. Dura Rose is welcome on anytime. Houdini I've been trying to get on, but he's skittish. There are certain people I would have on, you know. I've had Henna on, so that was good. I've had Rachel on, so that was good. I've had Dura on, that was good. I haven't had Eugene on, strangely. So, yeah. Audrey Jane has been on, but she has a baby now. So, when she's not looking after baby, she must rest. We'll see. I'm all right doing streams by myself. Some people can't handle it, but I kind of feel really comfortable being by myself like that, you know. Chemists are like rack stores. I got a sealed Armani Attitude for £70 from some random chemist. It goes for $2.50 on eBay. Yeah, what's the one? Charity shops as well are really good. What? Not a fan of Liliana? Where's the unsubscribe button, says Johnny Turbleran. He's had enough. I've scared them off. I'm going to have to cancel the stream. Back to 2,999 subscribers. Oh, no. Seldomly Often. Welcome. Good name. Hello there. Congratulations on the 3K. Big fan of the channel. You are one of my references for good opinions. Thank you. Very kind. My living room is starting to smell like a Dubai airport duty-free. Cheers, Rich. Congrats. Welcome, Martin Hendrickson. Thank you. What are the best chemists over here? I've heard of Amy Pharmacy and a few others, says Aaron. Who was it before who was asking for websites to buy vintage perfumes from? Enchanté. Enchanté is probably your best bet, but I don't know how much he's got left. What else? There is a shop on eBay called Perfumo de Lauro. Or Profumo de Lauro. They're good people. There's another place in Canada who I originally went to even before Enchanté, and I can't remember the name. Eugene went and visited them. What they called? Le Parfumier. Le Parfumier. Welcome, Jared Wilson. Thank you very kindly. Sandra B says, you smells goof. Hello, Eugene. I could like it again, says Scott. Go on, then. Have you tried Killian Old Fashioned yet? Maybe. Maybe not. Fragrance Vault and Lake Tahoe is good. Yes, they are pretty good. And I know that Fragrance Journey has used them before and been pretty impressed. Divine says, seldomly often. Hello, Daniel. I really enjoy your channel. I subscribed a few weeks ago. Seldomly often. Do you have a channel? Let's have a look at you. Yes. Yes, he does. Let's subscribe to you. A brain dump from all my rotating obsessions. I'm going to take that as you only making perfume content. Let's put a link to your channel in the chat, shall I? Copy link. If Sandra thinks you are good, then I think you are good. Let's have a look. Maximum Fragrance in Canada is very good. They ship throughout the United States. I don't know how much. Shipping they charge. Yeah, only frags for now, so they seldomly often. Cool. One of the best chemists over here. Please hit the like, friends, says Germs. Yes, if you would like to like the stream, please do not be shy. Like now to avoid disappointment. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Hydrate now to avoid thirst. Ooh. I'm still waiting for Rich's follow-up video on Vanilla Van Oud. I wonder if they've started shipping the orders out yet. Good question. We had a what did we have? We had a question about that earlier, and I haven't had an update yet. Maybe it'll just appear in the post. There's too many shipping all at once. I don't know. Yeah, only frags for now, says seldomly often. I could do the Vanilla Van Oud when I have my bottle has been sent, because I don't want to be excommunicated. No, that's wrong. Fuck it. No, I'll do it another time. I'll do it tomorrow or the day after. Remind me if I don't do it. Jesus. Fuck it. Tough question, Rich. 2 for 2 or Gucci Pour Homme 2? Which do you like better? Oh, Christ, that's a great video as well. Maybe I could compare them next. I'm going to go on a comparing spree. People are going to be like, oh my God, he's out of control. He's comparing everything. And I'll be like, oh, I can't stop. I've got the reefer madness. That is Gucci Pour Homme 2. Oof. Someone was selling this for a silly price on eBay. Biscuity. It's got some, it's right. Someone said T for 2 was more smoky. Yes, but it's also got that kind of, that dark rye, not rye, that dark wheat kind of thing going on, you know, a bit biscuity, a bit wheaty. Tea for 2 much smokier. Welcome, Jonathan. How are you? Having a cigar to celebrate your 3K, which well done, chap. Thank you, Tripler. That sounds like Andy Tower. Buy my elixir now with backups. Just smoking, Tripler, says Silver Panther. We've got the October birthday fest coming up soon. I still just chuckle about that when I think about that stream. There was about 6 or 7 of us on a gaming stream that I was doing the other day on the gaming channel. And I was like, oh yeah, it's my birthday next month. And then James was like, yes, we're born on the same day. I was like, yes, that's right. And someone else was like, oh yeah, it's my birthday next month. Somebody else like, no, it's my birthday next month. Then somebody else. We got like 5 or 6. We got 5 or 6 people being like, oh yeah, it's my birthday next month. Crazy scenes. Silver Panther having an Upman Habana Short Robusto. I blind bought the latest tar. Hope he doesn't disappoint. Gotta support my fellow Swiss. Rich, you are excommunicado. I'm going to hell. Gucci Pour Rum 2, one of the best bottle designs, easy on the eye, says Scott Bear. It's very appealing visually, isn't it? I like the colour scheme. I like the blue juice with the golden lid, you know, with the white, with the crystal glass, with the blue hue, you know. Very appealing, very appealing. Looks a bit like Sharenkov radiation. Nice, man. I enjoy the cigars as well. I've got some cigars sitting over there I got off my mate for Christmas, like. Bless him, he got us a bottle of whiskey either. I've known him for 20 years, and I'm sure he knows I don't drink and smoke, but I didn't have the heart to tell him. Jonathan, we need an update, bro. We do. More videos. Sandra says, Rich, I'm still waiting for my bottle of Vanille Havane Coeur d'Oud to be shipped. Have you received any dispatch notification? No, I haven't. And I would like to, but I haven't got one. So I am waiting just like you are, and everybody else seems to be in the same as well. So I hope nothing's gone awry. Popping in for a tip of the hat, says Just Add Light. Cheers for the milestone, Rich, and cheers to everyone in the chat. Thank you, Just Add Light. That is very kind. Open StreamYard birthday stream. No! Triple car too long agreed. Far too long, far too long. Scott Bear says, I'm October the 6th. That's insane. One of my friends when I was at school, his birthday was October the 6th. Isn't it funny how you remember stuff like that? But yes, one of my friends when I was at school, his birthday was October the 6th as well. Scent of the Day, Barraonda by Nazamato, says Jonathan. Hope you're good, man. Thanks, man. You only need 19 people in a room for the odds to be in favour of two people having the same birthday. What an unusual mathematical statement you make. Pradeep says, I will wait for the Vanille Havane Eau de Cologne. Oh, don't. I don't know where to go from here with Vanille Havane. Surely that's it. You know? I know it's their bestseller, like. Maybe they'll do a different oud. I don't know. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I will wait. A stinky kid in middle school had the same birthday as me. I was so mad. Brat. How dare they, smelly little brat. Congrats, Rich. Welcome, Anth W. 3,000 true perfume heads is quite an achievement. Scent of the Night Lacoste Pour Homme Vintage. Ooh, nice. Ambre Supreme Extrait. They couldn't do that. Wouldn't work. Wouldn't work. They don't have the capacity. they don't have the ability to do that, surely. God, I'm tired. I was asleep at 10:30 last night, but I woke up at 3:30 in the morning. Fuck. Scent of the day is Corey Mandel, says Moose. Always wanted a Lacoste booster. What a killer bottle, says Tripler. They should expand the cologne line. Yes. I dare you to buy £7,000 for 12 mil of oud. I'll say that again, sorry. I dare you to buy a £7,000 for a 12 mil of old oud oil. Some say it smells like an old library. Well, it's interesting you say that. I have Bois d'Argent cologne, and I sent a decant to Ben from Les Odorants, and he was bowled over by it. He loved it. If you go back and listen to the last episode, he was talking about it, and he was like, as soon as I sprayed it, it smelled like a library, and it smelled like old books. It smelled like a really old library with old books. And I thought, I don't get that, but maybe he has smelled something along those lines while being smelling old books, because that can happen, you know. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Jura Rose says, I am just here to say well done, Rich. Yes, but I had to tell you I was streaming because you have my notifications turned off. The pain. Why did you do this to us, Jura? Yeah, I've always wanted to pick up Booster, says Jonathan. Scent of the day was Apex Parfum. Scent of the evening is Bentley Absolute. Welcome, Jura. I'd say hello to Lily, but she hates attention. That's what she says. Bois d'Argent Cologne is brilliant, says Jonathan. Yes, it is. Yes, yes, yes. Good evening, Keith. How's Manly Scents? I just buy old books, says Johnny. Yeah, probably a lot cheaper, to be fair. You could distill them, couldn't you? You could distill them and turn them into a perfume. Welcome, Anuj. How is Madrid? How are you there? I was going to send you a picture today and say, Anuj, can you help me identify the ages of these bottles? And then I thought, no, don't. He's on holiday. Leave him alone. Congratulations, Rich. Well deserved. Thank you, Manly Sense. You are very kind. I appreciate it. Darren Allen's old library frag didn't do it for me, says Tripler. I wish they would make EDP versions of a Scala in Indonesia and a Scala in Haiti. They're too good, says Dale Quelia. Well, I don't know how I would feel. I think that fragrance is built for the eau de cologne. They're already eau de toilette, really, anyway. Do you know what I mean? Because they're like eau de cologne extras, which isn't really a thing. Or eau de cologne intense. Like, they might as well have just called them eau de toilettes. But I get really good performance out of both of them, if I'm being honest. Welcome, Stuart Mabe. How are you? Can't stay, but congrats on 3,000 subs. Keep the great content coming. Thank you, Stuart Mabe. I hope you're well, mate. Nuji. Jonathan says, didn't like that trip. Oh, I like it a lot. Scent of the day, the fragrances of Ireland. Patrick, I was thinking about this. All right. I was thinking about this. Does anybody still hear from Gallagher Perfumes? Does anybody hear from those? They did, like, they were huge on the YouTube for a while, and then they weren't. It shows you how many of those people who got their free bottles really cared about the old Gallagher brand, you know? Excuse me whilst I hydrate and spill shit all over my face and the chair. Are you a fan of any Roger? What do you think of Enigma Parfum? No, I'll just get the original Guerlains. I am very fortunate to own a few of them, thanks to Anuj. But no, I don't own any Rogers. I just not into the aesthetic. You know? Same here, especially as Indonesia. It lasts a long time. It's got the ambergris in. Lasts a fucking hours. And are you scraping up all the vintage Loewe, says Tripler? You never know. You might be on a recce. You might be on a recce going around there, you know. Got the night vision goggles out. Guess what I learned? Guess from what I learned. If I spelled his last name correct, Mark Goober, he owns £7,000 old oud. And the older it is, the less potent or something like that. Oof. Wow. Welcome, Science Bear. Thank you. Gallagher Perfumes. Well, as long as Oasis is making a comeback, says Moose. Girl on sent tobacco honey to influencers. Oh, fuck. shite. It's not a good fragrance. It's not a good fragrance. Speaking of honey fragrances, I am selling an original edition Boss bottled, but not Boss bottled, an original edition Boss number 1, 125ml, because I'm never going to use 175ml of that. This is what has sparked my selling spree. So I'm looking at a lot of perfumes and I'm thinking, I mean, I use, like, my most worn perfume of spring and summer 2024, I used 6 times. You know what I mean? So, is there a high price scent that you have bought that you have spent a lot on, but that you have no regrets on buying? For example, for me, The Night by Frederic Malle would be one. Yes, my vintage Derby. I also have The Night by Frederic Malle. I also own that, and I have no regrets about buying it. Venihavan Corps d'Oud. I rarely have great big regrets with buying perfumes. Very rarely. Very rarely. I remember the ones that I do as well, and I despise them, like Cooper Square by Bond Number 9 that Max 4A said was the most underrated scent by the brand, the fucking charlatan. Plenty, if I'm being honest. I'm trying to think of my most expensive perfumes, like, but loads of them. Hey, I like those as well. Really enjoy his work. Science, excuse me. Scent of the day is Moschino Toy Boy 2 Bubblegum, used for that studying trick, says Science Bear. Dorian is so good I went on a mastic binge, says Tripler. Sandra says probably, but makes sense. That is why so many non-Gurgleon fans got into it. Scott Bear says, Mitra Parfum Elegantier Ambre Plashaw worth picking up. Does it stand apart from Ambre Sultan, for example? I don't think it's as good as Ambre Sultan, but then I don't think anything is as good as Ambre Sultan. If I'm being honest, that's Blooded Turkey. I need to wear that. Which one is... that's Santal Noble. I also need to wear that. This one's going to do the same bloody thing, isn't it? I am fishing around with my left hand and I'm not left-handed. This is very silly. That Fahrenheit is just not behaving itself one bit. Oh! There it is. This is a really good vanilla. A really, really good vanilla. Don't be looking for amber per se. It's much more vanillic, benzoine thing. Not even benzoine, it's just vanillic. I'll have to revisit that one, Triple, says Jonathan. Johnny Bridge definitely regrets getting Rosendo Mature number 5. That's absolutely correct. DL Quillier is absolutely spot on. What a bad fragrance that was. Fuck me dead. That was terrible. Polo Sport Splash is my scent of the day. Nice. Welcome, Grand Camo. Amber Sultan basically ruined the whole Amber family for me, says seldomly often. It's just leagues better than most other stuff. Yes, I want to wear Amber Sultan a bit this year. I think I said that last year and then didn't. That is absolutely the best amber I've ever smelled. It just is. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. It just is. Amber Sultan is true. I don't know why the Knights though. There you go. I could do a top 10 ambers. I'd probably do that with Eugene. That will be fun. I remember Ashley in Paris eating Prosciutto as her number one, but I never smelled it. No, it's a vanilla perfume, this. Powdery vanilla as well. I hope to sniff non-Laos Sorcinelli soon. Sweaty incense bombs. It's not so sweaty. It's not so sweaty, Laos. If you want the sweaty one, you want Requilla. Hey, News, Madrid is my favourite city in Spain. I haven't been since 2008. Was in Porto last year. Make sure to taste some port in a cellar. Porto. Number 5, Rosendo. No, thank you. Big, stupid perfume. That's what that is. Rich, are you a fan of vintage Paco Rabanne XS? I know you like Paco Pour Homme. I've actually got a bottle of vintage Paco Rabanne XS. I got it from my friend in Japan. And yes, I do like it, but I also like Himalaya, which it smells a lot like. Or which smells a lot like vintage XS. It's the only one I've backed up. All of my search says, Jonathan, oh, I've got so many backups of search. Oh, God. Not as many Shergi as I would like. I would like more vintage Shergi, and I could probably go for another bottle or two of Amber Sultan, if I'm being honest. The new Tom Ford Eau d'Ombre leather smells like Rosendo Mature number 5. I cannot endure it. I do not like that new Eau d'Ombre leather. I think it smells terrible. I'm craving Bois de Turkey now, says Germs. Yeah, it's fabulous. Is Amber Sultan better than Tom Ford's Amber Absolute? There is a dryness with Amber Absolute, but it's extremely strong. Amber Sultan is just better, like Amber Absolute's really good, but Amber Sultan is just, it's so much better than all the other Ambers. It's so fucking good. It's so good. It's such a satisfying way. It's ridiculous. It's Amber Sultan. I've got a 1,000 ml Hermes Equipage on the way, which is a third filled 960. Amber Prosciutto is meh. Ultime was better, I thought. And they have many ambers. Yeah, they've got loads of ambers now, haven't they? Where's Creed going? That one smells like powder and woods. Which one? Himalaya. Himalaya's great. Would be extremely interested in seeing a top Ambers video, to be honest. It's the scent family that I have the most love-hate relationship with. I can't quit your Amber, says Scott Bear. What's that silver grey bottle to your left? I'm curious. Looks interesting. Which one? This one. That's Tom Ford Noir Anthracite. That is... that one there is Narciso Rodriguez for him. Both discontinued. Oh, God, it's so fucking good. This takes me back to when... This was the first perfume. I've said this loads of times. This is the first perfume that showed us what perfume could be. It's like a milestone. It's a milestone in me fucking perfume. It's a milestone in my perfume journey. Absolutely sensational piece of work. Absolutely. Oh, you bastard. It's really vanillic. Ooh. I will pull this Noir Anthracite out for you so you may see it. This is a really good perfume too. Okay, thanks. It's a Tom Ford. Sorry, I'm retarded. No, you're not. You're not retarded. It is quite all right. Eau d'Ombre leather is awful. Smells so synthetic. It's really, really bad. Like, it's really bad. It's really nasty. Equipage Geranium is one of the best soap fragrances ever, says Tripler. Has anyone tried Bergamot Fantastico from Guerlain? Need to try and get Geranium too. Scott Bear says Saint Serge Luton L'Orphelin is the one that has been on my radar for a minute. I've got that. It's really nice. I think that's the carnation one, isn't it? Bellamy Vetiver took the limelight, but Equipage Geranium was more innovative, says Tripler. Fragrance Net has it right now, says Jonathan. Is a modern version of Amber Sultan good enough, says Dushan. Probably good enough, but not the best version. If Amber Absolute were as affordable as Amber Sultan, I'd definitely go for Amber Absolute, but Amber Sultan is much easier to find at a reasonable price, says DL Queller. Richard, you ever try Tom Ford Noir Extreme Parfum version? Yes, I prefer the normal one. First wow fragrance for me was Vintage Millicim Imperial around 2008. It's a completely different fragrance now, unfortunately. Well, guess what? I'm selling it. Ryan, with a Y. I'm selling it. The batch code is very hard to see. The batch code is A331101. A3311. I want to say that's a 1 as well. 01. It's a 2011 bottle, I think. I'll email you. Okay. There you go. It is about 50 mil. I'm going to say 50 mil. Email me. Don't mess about. There's been many times you've wanted a perfume before, but I will absolutely sell you it. I absolutely love Amber Sultan, but when I wear it, the oregano goes bananas. The oregano goes bananas on me, and others don't love, says Tripler. Vintage Noir de Noir is stunning. People making me reach for my perfumes here. There it is. There's my Noir de Noir. Sound like a Mongolian throat singer there, didn't it? Oh, it's got the rose. It's got a very similar rose to the Hermes rose, the one that's in Gallop and in Mer Eglantine. You know, do you know what I mean? Oh, Courageous Arm's outrageous. That's a great amber as well. I absolutely love Amber Sultan, but when I wear it and the oregano goes bananas. Cheers, Ryan. Was wondering how close they were. Which one do you prefer, says Mikey? Even though I don't know why, from 16 is good. Can't wait to break out the cold weather frags. Agree, Duchenne. I'll have to try Amber Sultan. It's always been one that I overlooked, says Aaron Thompson. Noir de Noir, top 3, Tom Ford easily for me. It's fantastic. It's a proper going out fragrance, isn't it? And I don't mean clubbing. I mean going out as like a real adult. I love oregano bananas. So savoury, says Scott. Savoury oregano bananas. Yikes. Oh, there's people getting quite mardy in the old fucking comparison video. People do like those comparison videos, to be fair. Strange. I'm enjoying Amber Aurea this year. Huge, says Product. Yes, it's got a massive labdanum in it. Huge. Huge it is. Behemoth. Congrats on the new milestone, says PK. Scent of the Day Vintage Dior Jules. I wore that last week. It was fantastic. Forgive me, Rich, for I have sinned. I haven't tried the Serge Luton line. What? None of them. Jonathan says I've got a soft spot for Vert d'Anson. Yes. Yes, so do I. It's good stuff. It's up here. Because I bought a motherfucking decanter of it. Oh. Really green, bit of incense, bit of resin. Smooth, quality fragrance. A little bit coniferous, as in like conifer, not fucking carnivorous. Part you heathen. I tried all of the Creed line. What vintage Creed fragrance should I buy? I don't think the old Creed Aventus lives up to what people make it out to be. The God of Cologne. No, I don't care for Aventus either, if I'm being honest. I just never have. I've never understood the hype. Richie G as well. Me and him are just like, what? It's nice. It's pleasant. It's okay, but it's not. It's nothing like what people say it is. It's insane. Try Bois de Portugal. Try Royal Oud. Try Millicim Imperial. Try Green Irish Tweed. I don't know. I wonder when Ryan's going to email. Oh, he has. Please don't put that on eBay. Oh, do you know what he does, right? He puts the email, but he writes the email. But he puts the email, the email. Ryan, fool, you've written the email as the title of the email, and the email's empty. Let me know how much. Absolutely don't want to miss out on that. I'll 100% buy it. Already bought roses this month, so not buying anything until the end of the month, but I don't want that over anything you've got. This is a special fragrance to me. Okay, I'll tell you what the price is when I get back. I will essentially charge you what I paid for it. No probs. I won't put it up, no bother. Triplet couldn't agree more. Greece in the summer. What could be better? Like the stream for English pubs and for all 3,000 subs. I prefer the normal one. Mickey Parfum has more leather, but they are very similar, says Ryan. It's got a sample of Amber Aurea. It's great. It also reminds me of the old Kumba made amber paste, oddly enough. John Vert de Bois is another overlooked gem. Absolutely love it. Yeah, that line got discontinued disgracefully. Have you tried Roger Haute Luxe? I really, really like that, but the price, wow. Yeah, well, that's what he does, isn't it? I prefer the normal. Oh, sorry. Tried it as EDT. What's your favorite? What's your opinion on Ecrin de Fume? I don't think I've smelled it. Yeah, their friend showed me a 2011 batch of Creed Aventus. It's just like, it's okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're absolutely spot on. It's just all right. Vintage Creed Aventus from 2011 is like an Amouage. It's absolutely not like the new one. Aventus Cologne is better than Aventus if you're a young man. GIT, Royal Water, BDP are good too. Yeah, I haven't got Royal Water because it hates my skin. Sound pal, no problem. I'll reply to you when the stream's over. Adidas is the fragrance made for the duck that he hasn't tried yet, says Triplet. Have you tried Creed Acer Aluminium? Pooh, I want to say I have, but I can't remember. But I might be wrong. I might be thinking of Girl on Metallica. I always get those two mixed up. Adidas is very thick lavender. It's so good, says Dushan. Can anybody recommend me something similar to Dolce & Gabbana by Man, says Ryan. You could have bought mine, but then you were like, nah. The OG Adidas is fantastic. I'm curious to try Creed now. I haven't tried anything since 2017, says Paroli. I actually thought that Viking was really good. Spicy, peppery fucking peppermint. Okay, Rich just pulled the trigger on Amber Salt and another bottle of Shergy. Oh, he's rubbing it in. Absolutely love Amber Absolute, says Moose. The one Creed I'd love to try is Royal Service. Don't even think you can buy it these days. I mean, I got Green Valley, which everybody's been waxing lyrical about. I'm sure half the people waxing lyrical about it have never smelled it. You know? Half the people going on about how great it is have never smelled it. Like, it's mental. Have you got your sniffer on Brioni ADP Intense? No, I haven't. But welcome RP Rentals. I keep reading they fixed a lot of the formula. I wonder how true that is. About what? What are you wondering about how true that is? Excuse me, I must dehydrate, friends. If you would like to like the stream, please do. What formula though, Parola? You said Creed. What formula? Green Valley, got a tiny decanter but left. I've got about 15, 20 mil. I'm going to try and rattle through it next year. I'm scared of it going off, to be fair. Oh, I think my door handle's fucked as well. Yeah. Who won the match? Righty-ho. Welcome back, my friends. I am here to stay for the next 10 minutes. How are you doing? Let's catch up with the chat. Most reformulation talk is blown out of proportion, says Germs. I've got to say, I much prefer Adidas Classic than Mar Liberté for a lavender fragrance. I want a bottle of Mar Liberté, says Duchan. It's brilliant. Aventus Green Irish Tweed Viking. I keep reading the apparently improved consistency. The F batches, whatever that. Oh, what absolute bollocks. Don't let the dry down for Mar Lib for some reason. Wow, sounds good. There's for one or two listed on eBay. That's definitely one to give it a try. My 2016 Aventus died a few years ago. I still keep it in hopes it might return from the dead. The top citrus have all gone. Ugh. New F batches are better than the 17 to 2023, but still not as good as the old 120ml bottles. I doubt Creed will ever get back to that level. No, of course they won't. It's too expensive. Life is short, gents. Wear your Aventuses, says Moose. Yes. I wonder if there's a fragrance award for keeping up with the chat. Rich would be champ, says Tripler. If I buy vintage Creed Green Irish Tweed bottle, what year should it be? And is it versatile? Anything before 2017. Is it versatile? Maybe. But what about the maceration? Surely the new F batches can't be as strong as the ones from the 2010s, and whenever I type the F batches into the batch code checker, they don't come up. Or at least when I last tried. Maceration thing is bullshit. It's lies. I don't know who's told you about this, but it's bollocks. So perfumes are macerated before they are bottled, right? It is a process, it is a chemical process that occurs that happens before the perfumes are bottled, okay? The maceration talk is to get you to forgive brands for their perfumes not being up to scratch. The reason Creed perfumes have quote-unquote batch variations is because Olivia Creed and the chemists that Creed used tinkered with the formulas to make them cheaper, to make it look like their baseline profit margin was higher so that he could get more money when he sold the company. Okay? The maceration thing from clone houses is lies. It's just lies. Lies, lies, damned lies. They are lying through their fucking teeth, and that is because they don't bother to macerate the fragrances themselves, because it would take too much effort and they would change, and they don't have control over their own products because they don't know what they're fucking doing. I'm just saying that. I know, Aaron. That's not. I'm just saying that because it gets on my nerves, that whole maceration talk thing, because it's lies. You know, they're lying to get people to forgive their bullshit and their lack of competence. You know, you see people swallowing that shit every day, and at this point, it's just fucking hilarious. Like, you know, absolute bastards. That's my song, says that charming man. That is your song. Have you seen that Johnny Marr has won the rights to use the name The Smiths, and Morrissey has lost, and he's absolutely fucking fuming. I can't stand Morrissey, such a bellend. Citrus notes, they go off. Unfortunately, I won't buy another Aventus. For the best, Ma Liberté around the same time as a vintage bottle of Chanel number 5 EDC. Happy about both finds. The 5 held up really well. Is there a difference in between tobacco vanille batches? I wouldn't have thought so, I wouldn't have thought so, mate. Probably been reformulated once or twice by now, but it won't have been. It's not like, because it's a big, heavy, dense fragrance. Rich, were you surprised that Robes hasn't tried many classics as per the rhyme stream? I was shocked. Yes and no. Yes and no. Robes always used to style himself as a designer head, and he was never into vintage perfumes, but he's been around so long, he's got a lot of perfumes which would now be considered vintage perfumes. Do you know what I mean? Dushan, hope you get more Liberty. It's stunning, says Sanjini. Whatever maturation, aging, oxidation happen, I've only seen it happen extremely rarely in a couple of fragrances, says Paroli. With the maceration thing, I meant comparing a 2017 that has been sitting there for a year compared to a brand new one. Is there no difference between a 10-year-old one versus a brand new one? Depends how much air's in the bottle. That's oxidation. It's not maceration. There's a difference. We need to get a real perfumer, and I'm talking like someone like Antoine Lee, not a self-taught perfumer. I want someone who's worked in perfumery for like years, and I want them to tell us what maceration is properly. and why the whole shtick about it is bullshit. You know, because they'll be able to explain it properly, preferably one whose English is first language, but I don't know. Yes, Jenny, I'll buy it sooner or later. The Labo like to change, but it's mixed with the alcohol in front of you at the store. I agree, but I think there is a bit of confusion with that word, and it's become a buzzword. Absolutely, couldn't agree more. Aha, Johnny Moore, so many years ago anyway. So Olivia Creed could be unethical. Shocked. I'm shocked, says Ron Terp. Yes. Robes goes his own way. We should all be like that. I couldn't. I can't do what I'm told. That's my problem, for better and for worse. I'm not trying to say this some kind of like leather jacket wearing, like cigarette smoking badass with sunglasses on. I literally can't do what I'm told. I was like that at school. I got hell for it. Get me school reports out and fucking Richard is very intelligent and is one of the fucking smartest kids and has absolutely no chance doing fucking anything because he won't do the fucking work. He can't write shit. I could never write it down. I understood all the work. I just couldn't write it down on the page as well. Very strange. Very strange. I would be diagnosed with something, I reckon, if I was in school now. You know? But I'm glad I'm not at school now. Anyway. I think that's it, friends. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. We have 72 likes. That's a lot of likes. But this has been the Monday night stream. This has been the 3,000 subscriber celebration stream. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it greatly. You are far too good to us. I don't deserve it. On to 4,000, friends. That'll probably take another year, but not to worry. Thank you all, and I will see you all again soon. Bye.